How are you doing?
Sorry
Happy
for
Tuesday.
wearing I'm just wearing sunglasses because my eye is kind of fucked up, but
Oh, that's no fun.
I know, but that's why I'm wearing. I don't like to wear sunglasses, when I talk to people because it's a bit rude, but I'm sorry.
No, all good, all good. Got to take care of the eyes, very important. So, hopefully nothing too serious, right? Just some bruising.
No, it's okay. It was a scratch on my cornea, but it's healing.
Okay, that is good. That is
These
good.
damn eye pokes.
Yeah, I know, right? My goodness. But of course, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Good stuff there. Amazing history making performance, right? I mean, just how have the days been so far? How are you celebrating? Do anything fun? Are you back home already?
I came to Orlando with my family because my family came from UK. We
Hmm.
are living in UK normally, but I moved to Orlando, and they came to Vegas to see my fight, and now we're back to Orlando. I've been today to the gym. I ordered pizza for my teammate. I got a champagne.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, now we just ate a bit of a pizza at the gym, and we went to see the crocodiles at
Ooh,
Gatorland,
all
the
right.
the alligators. Not much, but just chilling.
Yeah, very fun. Those are good celebration items. I mean, what kind of pizza are we talking? Anything special?
I don't know pizzas around because every time I'm in Orlando, I'm in camp or I
Okay.
train, so I didn't eat pizza here yet. But I asked my coach, and he said just order from this place. I ordered like 10 pizzas, and I hope I liked it. I don't know. I'm not picky. I liked it, but
Yeah, there you go. I mean, a good celebration meal. So that
yeah.
sounds like 10 of them's a lot, though. That's a lot. So,
Well, it's my coach told me that it's been smashed.
okay,
That's it.
perfect.
It's done.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, very excited to talk to you, Alice. An incredible victory, like I said, history making. What a capsule lock officially is what it has been labeled as, right?
Apparently.
Something like that. And you said you learned it on Instagram. I mean, my goodness, just how satisfying was this win for you? And like, I gotta ask, were you surprised that this submission worked? Like, what was going through your mind? You kind of like started initiating it as soon as you guys got to the ground. So, like, kind of walk me through all of this.
Um, it's such a weird story. I'll be very honest with
Okay.
you. This whole thing is very weird to me, and it's just proved to me the power of talking and the power of thoughts. Because I had this as a backup plan. My plan was to strike. I'm a striker. I like ground. I do like grappling, but I'm very awkward when it comes to submissions. I don't I submitted few people, but with very unconventional, is that the word?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
weird stuff. Like I don't know what I'm doing. There's no names for whatever my submissions are. And this one was one of them. But I was watching her past fights and I seen that she closes a triangle with the people on top of her because she has a good guard, elbows from the guard and like so yeah, as soon as I felt like she's closing the triangle, I went for it. But I was thinking about it. I told my coach, yo, listen, I seen this thing on Instagram like 2 years ago. 2 years ago,
Okay.
almost 2 years ago. And it was of a normal triangle of a guy. I gave credit to him, but I just improvised it on a body triangle because it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I told my one of my teammates, Phil Rowe, he fought also in the UFC. I'm like,
Hmm.
we were drilling. He helped me out a bit with this camp, and after we drilled, I'm like, yo, listen, I have this backup just in case. I have this secret move, and I showed it to him. He was like, damn. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. If I am even gonna hit it, and I showed it to my coach during fight week. And the night before the fight, I was thinking, damn, I really want to hit this technique. It's so nice, but I don't want to put myself in her guard
Sure.
either. I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
risk because she could got me with an armbar, she could got me with something. And I don't want to risk, but I like deep down, I felt like, damn, I really want to do this because this is so cool.
Yeah.
And I hit it one single time in the gym like a year ago on a jiu-jitsu girl, and I never drilled this. This is not something you just drill, it's not like an arm bar
Very
or like some.
situational. Yeah.
It's very, yeah, it's very weird. This one single time I hit it on somebody after I seen it on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, she closed the triangle. Let me try that. And it worked. And never since then until this fight that I just showed it to my coach and I didn't drill it or anything. And yeah, the fact that I was thinking one night, just the night before the fight, I'm like, yeah, I wish, but I won't risk it because I don't want to be there. I'm a striker. I love to strike. I love a scrap. I just, you know, and somehow I took her down and somehow she got me in guard and somehow she closed the triangle and I took advantage of it. But initially, normally the the technique was like you would tap out straight away as soon as I step my foot over and I press. You would have to tap out because it's very painful. But
Mhm.
she's very stretchy. I think she was very not stretchy. How do you call it? Very
Flexible.
like flexible. Yeah, very flexible. Very like she didn't tap. She was a bit in pain, but she didn't tap. And I'm like, oh, damn, I was a bit confused over there. I'm like, damn, this doesn't work. And I was keep trying, but she was keep wiggling out, but her leg was still stuck. Until, I don't know, instinct, I'm like, what if I tried to grab her leg and pull it across my body, make her triangle even more tighter, and then like, press more, and which I did, and that got me the submission, and I'm sure it was very painful. This type of stuff is
Yeah.
is painful, and I found out it's called the capsule, and it's funny to me because like people, please don't like maybe 10% knew that this is like a capsule lock,
Yeah.
and now everybody's oh yeah, the capsule lock, like nobody knows what is that. What is
Right.
that? Like a capsule lock. What is that? I'm still I don't know yet.
I
But
know it's kind of crazy. I think the only type of thing I've seen like that before that might have been what you were talking about was I've seen a move similar from when the person's on the back and you can kind of trap their ankles a little bit. It's kind of similar to that one. So
I do
definitely.
that too.
Okay, yeah. So there's some variations to that type of
Yeah.
move, but definitely very rare, very cool. And yeah, like you said, I mean, your striking was looking very solid in the first round, and then right before hitting the body lock. So it was kind of interesting to watch the fight and be like, oh, she's gonna take it down now. She's doing just fine on the feet, but I'm sure you just had that position. You're like, sure, let's do it, right?
Yeah, I was like YOLO. You only live once, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try it because I knew it's only like, I don't know. I got her down, I hold her there. I was calculating in my mind, maybe half a round passed already. She's gonna be tired, and in my mind was like, okay, well, I'll just hold her here, do a bit of a ground and pound. I tried. I couldn't. She was so good at defending it, and I couldn't move. I was like, all right, I was ready for a round three. I'm like, in a round three, I'm gonna push it because I have my cardio is amazing. I work cardio, and I think cardio is the most important thing. If you have cardio, you can do stuff any round. So I was ready to go for round three. I'm like, I'm gonna just throw 200 strikes. I don't know, but I was ready. But
As
it
many as it
wasn't
takes.
yeah, it wasn't the case. But I was ready.
I mean, yeah, now you have a very potential submission of the year. Like, how crazy would
Yeah.
that be if you end up getting the award at the end? Very first time doing it. I think that's right up there.
The craziest part is that people that know me and like people that I train with, like I'm a blue belt. Okay, I'm a blue belt. Let's start there. My
Yeah.
grappling sucks. I'm from Romania. When I started MMA, I just wanted to scrap. Then all my years of like I was a journeyman at one point. I was accepting the fights. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm fighting. Yeah, let's go. I didn't have no team, no training. I just started to do more serious when I moved to England and when I moved to US also actually. But it's crazy that I'm a striker and it's me that I did that weird submission. But like I said, all my like whatever, I don't really catch people. People
Hmm.
here, especially in Orlando at Fusion Excel, they have high level grappling, high level. I don't really, submit people. I'm getting submitted 15 times per minute. And but if I do catch somebody, it's definitely a weird. a very
It's
weird
always how
one.
it goes, right?
I'm serious. Like I never caught like a wow, a nice choke, a nice triangle, an armbar. No fucking chance. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, hey, makes you more dangerous, very unpredictable, right? People got
I
to be careful.
guess.
Oh my goodness. But it's even crazier, I think, Alice. Like, you said that you tore your meniscus before the fight. How did this happen?
Oh my, on a grappling. So
Of
it was
course.
7 weeks before the fight. I was rolling and oh, speaking about the power of the thought, man, like I'm done talking shit. Okay, I'm done talking shit. I'm done talking, putting it out. It was one on a Tuesday. I was very tired and I had this evening session that I didn't really had to go. I overtrain sometimes. And I was keep thinking to myself, damn, I just know I'm gonna injure myself today. And I went to the gym. I'm like, damn, I'm tired. And I told one of my teammates that I'm like, watch how you, just watch how I'm gonna injure myself. And he was like, don't talk, don't say that. I'm like, I just feel it. And last round, I was rolling with a guy that's a bit spazzy, but he non-intentional. Okay, non-intentional. My knee was in a weird position and he was keep climbing me and my knee was keep going like outwards, like my knee on the outside and my foot on the inside like that, and he was keep coming and I'm like, I tapped crazy because I
Yeah.
know like damn it wasn't painful but I know it stretched, and he didn't stop or he couldn't get off me and my knee popped like a firework.
Oh my goodness.
And the whole life flashed through my eyes. I'm like, yeah, my career is done. The fight, the my opponent's gonna be upset because I care about, I'm a very respectful person, and I'm trying as, when I have a fight camp not to get injured, to have to pull out. I never pull out of a fight, and I
Mm.
hope I'm never going to. But yeah, I went to have the MRI, meniscus,
Uh,
bit of a tear in my meniscus, LCL. How do you call it? I don't even know because I never got injured in my life. This is my word. This is my only injury, and
mm,
it's not even that bad, but it was bad enough. So I
yeah.
called I called the UFC. I asked what should I do. They booked me up straight away next week. After that, for PTs, for stem cells, and a long process. I couldn't grapple after that at all for 7 weeks. I just punched. I only boxed. I couldn't even do pads because like my knee was a bit very fragile. I couldn't run.
Nothing.
I don't ask. I made the weight and I managed to still, get my cardio with some different type of exercises. But it's definitely one of my worst and hardest camps because of this injury, because
Mm.
it fucked up with my mental really bad. I was very sad, but I didn't want to pull out. I'm like, I'm gonna try to heal it. I'm gonna try to do everything around it. And sometimes even in training it would pop again a bit and I'm like, damn. But like I said, I did everything in my power to heal it. I even got compression boots. I was doing my compression boots every day. I'm doing ice. I never do ice. That's one thing about me. I don't like ice. I don't ice my injuries because I don't have injuries.
Right. Yeah.
But that was my injury, and I didn't want to say anything about the injury, but I just wanted to be so grateful for the UFC for helping me out on this.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I didn't suffer more injury in the fight actually, and I got kicked a lot in
I
the
mean, you
knee.
couldn't even tell. That was kind of the craziest part. Is you looked great, so it didn't even
I
seem
knew
like a problem.
also I knew the adrenaline's gonna kick
Yes.
in,
Yeah.
and I won't be feeling it. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit concerned even before the fight. I'm like, damn, what if it pops and then I'm gonna feel it, or like I don't know.
Right.
I had some thoughts, but hey, I'm happy with the outcome overall. I didn't injure it worse, so I can rest it now. I just got scratched in the eye a
Hmm.
bit, but yeah,
Yeah. All
mm,
right. I mean, yeah, that's good that it won't be too much of a holdup. Then you won't have to wait too long till it's fully better.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna take just like few weeks off to go see my family in Romania. They are waiting for me. My grandmas, they were praying for me. They were crying on the phone and shit. So I'm gonna go see them, and then I'm gonna come back to work because that's what I do.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. So then, I mean, with that in mind, like, how much time are you kind of hoping until the next fight? Like, when would you want to get back in there? Do you have any ideas who you want to fight? A lot of options in the division. Just are going to take it day by day, I guess.
Yeah, I'm that person. I'm taking it day by day. I'm very humble. I don't have no names in mind to be asking for. I don't think I'm in a position to ask for. Like, I I lost my first two fights. I won my last three fights. I still, have work to do. So whatever the matchmakers consider that I deserve to be facing next, when, how, which prelims, early prelims, card. I'm down for anything, but I do like Apex, okay? I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. Apex is my favorite. I fought in England, in Manchester. That was my debut, and it was on arena. It wasn't bad. I do like Apex though, so
Okay. Why
I
is
hope
that?
it's
Not
gonna
many
be
people
there.
say
I
that.
don't know. I feel comfortable, and
No
overall I
pressure.
like Vegas. Vegas
Yeah.
is lovely. I love Vegas. I'm going there a few days earlier to accommodate with the dry heat, dry weather.
Yeah.
There's the UFC PI over there. I mean, for the sauna and like, the weight cut, and it's comfortable. I love it. And I like the cage. It's smaller than the one day, for example, in Manchester.
Right. Right.
I like, and I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, hey, there you go. You got to find the comfort zone, and obviously it's working three in a row, so looking good. And I'm curious though, too, Alice, like from Romania and all that, we haven't really seen, obviously no Romanian UFC champions yet, or somebody break through to a high degree like that. But how did you get into MMA in the first place? You said you like your striking and all that, but what kind of led us to this point?
Oh my God. In Romania, when I started, we were just a group of friends training and just like having some weird sparrings. We were just, I don't even know what to
Just
explain it
messing
to you. It
around.
was just, yeah, messing around for fun. I never thought that nothing. But I wanted to have fights, and I was keep setting up goals for myself. Like, oh my God, I want to fight because I want to be in the newspaper in my hometown, which is a really small town. And then I got to the newspapers, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be on TV now. I got on TV now. Next one, I don't know. I want to be contacted by somebody to move in another city. I did that. And then I was keep having these small goals. I want to go to another country. I want to have a manager. I want to have a sponsor. I want to have this. I want to, and I was like, keep step by step. I was keep fulfilling my goals, and I went to different countries, different, now I'm in America, but I never thought that I'm gonna be here. And like I said, at one point I was like having four fights losing streak. People were telling me, "Oh, just give up." I'm like, "Yeah, I like to fight. I don't know." But I was a journeyman. I was just didn't have the team.
Hmm.
The team was like getting the fights. Do you want to fight? I would never say no. People don't say like, I don't know, yes. And I don't have amateur fights in Romania.
Hmm.
We started straight away. Yeah, let's
Just go
scrap.
right into it.
Yeah, just scrap. That's it. And yeah, but it's still by today. It's in Romania. The MMA is still not that popular.
Hmm.
Not that. No, there's not many gyms for MMA. There's not news about
Right,
MMA.
right. Still growing.
Yeah,
Trying to, anyway.
trying to. Yeah, but I love Romania. Romania is very my country, and I'm nostalgic about it.
Of
I love my
course.
grandmas are there, my some parts of my family are there.
Hmm. Yeah. And it's crazy too, Alex. Like, I don't know how many people realize that you fought Zhang Weili in 2016. Like, what are your memories from that fight?
Oh my God. I went to South Korea they also, I'm like, I kind of knew like, damn, this girl's like tough. And then I got there. I think my striking was alright. I was just a scrapper. Like I didn't do no grappling at that time. I was just hitting 2 times the pads and bags, and that was my old training. Okay, so I was
Okay.
very like, oh my God. If I'm thinking about it now, and the way I'm training now, and the team that I have now with back then,
Completely different.
you can't like I can't even. So it blows my mind. I was accepting to just fight people, having nothing, no ground, no grappling, no like my striking was just like some scrap, like literally just like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my striking was good, but she took me down and she beat me on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, she's obviously turned out to be pretty good since then, so no
I
no
met her.
shame in that one.
I met her just before her. I met her again at the PI. We were doing a sauna together,
Okay.
and we were talking over there with her team. And I'm like, damn, I fought in Top FC, and I told her, no, I said I fought with you on Top FC, and she was like, it was you. I remember now. It was you. You fucking strike, yeah. So I love her. Like I've been following her since then. Like I'm a fan. And but yeah, it was a nice talk to her. Like we talked about it was nice
Yeah,
at the
very
PIA
cool.
in the sauna. We were cutting weight and we were talking about
The good old
2016.
days.
It's insane.
Oh my goodness, it is crazy. I mean, she's obviously in a unique spot now. Do you think she'll go back
Yeah,
to strawweight? Like, what do you
I
think will be next for her?
I hope so. I don't know. Show it anything. I just want to see her because like
Yeah,
she's exciting to watch. Okay, wanna she's exciting to watch. I don't really watch fights. I'm so because when I lived in England and in Romania, it's a bit inconvenient to watch UFC
the
fights.
timing.
You
Yeah,
can watch them after, but it's just not the same. Like here in US, you go to a bar and you see the UFC in on the screens, and it's nice. You just go out, have a drink, watch UFC fights. You don't do that in UK because when the main card starts, it's like 5 a.m., 3 a.m.
yeah,
To it's, and I never really watched fights. I don't. I'm watching now that I'm
yeah.
in UK in US.
It's a
It's
lot more
fun.
convenient. Yeah,
It's
easier.
fun, and I'm starting to be more professional in that sense because I
Right.
wasn't. I was very not. I wouldn't say ignorant, but just very inconvenient. And but yeah, I love it here now. It's especially Vegas. Vegas
Yeah.
even crazier than here.
I'm curious too, Alice. What was your experience? What is it? The fighter in EFC? What was up with that? Was it a one night tournament, or what was up with that?
I have that's also a story. So I was invited to the EFC, the Fighter season 2. It was a season 2. It's like the Ultimate Fighter, but the South African version.
Okay.
So we were ten girls. I was the most unathletic person in the team. You know when at the beginning you do the trials and each two coaches pick
Yeah.
their teams.
Hmm.
Okay, nobody picked me.
Okay.
Okay, and I ended up going to the team that picked the last, went to flip in the coin, I
Hmm.
ended up not being chosen, but going to that team. And it was fun because from that team, every single girl lost their fights against the other ones. I won 2 fights, and I was the only person in that team that won fights. And they were talking in the interview, damn, at the beginning we I thought that like, damn, this bitch can't even do a pull-up. I couldn't do a pull-up. I couldn't do nothing, but then I can fight. I'm very
Yes. Yeah.
unathletic. I'm a very unathletic person. I can't run for shit. I can't do a push-up, pull-ups. No chance. But just at the end of the camp, okay.
Right.
But I I love to fight, and I won my 2 fights, and then I don't know. It was a bit of the doctor kicked me out after the second fight, saying that I suffered a concussion. But they didn't check me. Okay, they didn't
They
check
just
me. It
didn't
was
want you
just
to win
like
it.
I don't know. So I was supposed to fight against Melanie and then against Manon, and Manon is in the UFC
Yeah, yeah,
also,
she is doing quite well.
and one at 125. But I'm 115. My fight weight is 115, but
Mm.
in the house we weren't doing the cut, and I was fat, and at that time I wasn't training properly. I was just fat, okay, like 145, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it now. It was also a blessing that the doctor kicked me out, because since then I've been winning all my fights, even in the two exhibition fights in the house. I won them, and after that I won everything, and which leads me to the UFC eventually. But it was a cool experience in South Africa, Johannesburg. We stayed over there for 2 months. We trained, we did a lot of stuff, but that's the story. It's funny because
Yeah.
nobody picked me, and
And then you didn't
I
even
was the only
lose.
I was the only one that actually won for the team.
It's funny how that works out, right?
I know. And that was it. I won two fights and every single person lost. Manon won. Manon was from the other team. That was it. End of story. I'm glad
Wonderful.
yeah, I know.
Definitely working out. That's funny indeed. Oh my goodness. Alice, I'm curious too. I gotta ask you, of course, about your TikTok, which is very big. And how did you come up with, the face and your video idea for all of these? Like, did it just happen naturally? Did you think
Oh
about it?
my
Tell me the
God.
inspiration for your TikTok.
Okay, so it was at one point I was messing around squashing watermelons in between my thighs.
Okay.
I was eating them also because I don't waste food.
No waste.
And I'm like, one day I'm like, let me just try a pineapple. I wonder if I can squeeze a pineapple. And I squeezed that pineapple, it's squirted. Because when you squeeze the pineapple, it's squirted.
Sure.
And instantly I went, and oh my God, that video went viral. And then after that, that was it. People were tagging me in any sort of this type of videos, that like food that look
Yeah.
pervy,
Yeah, yeah.
pervy videos, but they're normal videos, but they seem pervy.
Yes, they have an
So
undertone.
any very, yeah, yeah. So, and also I'm very childish, like anything, I just cannot. Everything I see, I'm 34 years old. I'm like an old granny at this point, bro. But everything that I see, I'm just doing the face. And since
We're
then,
all
yeah,
thinking it. We're all thinking
yeah,
it. Just saying
people
it.
tag people. But at the beginning of my TikTok, when I was doing my face, people knew me for just that funny lady with the eyes.
Hmm.
And then I had my fight in South Africa, the actual fight,
Yeah.
and it was a crazy fight that went viral. I split the girl's head in two with an elbow.
Ooh.
It was wow. It was crazy. That fight went crazy. But I was like, I went on her like I dogged. I
Right.
dogged. I'm like, yeah, never mind. So I posted that on my TikTok, and everybody was shocked. That's when my TikTok exploded, because people didn't know I'm a fighter, and
Right.
they were like, damn, these are normal people from my TikTok. They don't know anything about fighting. They're just normal people
Hmm.
scrolling. And I brought so many people into like MMA. I got so many messages saying, oh my God, I started MMA because of you. It's insane. You're the lady with the eyes. You do MMA. And at that point, my TikTok exploded. I have now almost 4 million followers.
That's wild.
But,
Yeah, definitely
good.
spreading awareness in any way you can. That's not too bad.
And then I had a guy after that EFC fight. I had a guy commenting every single day. Day one, day one posting, tagging Dana White and UFC until UFC signs Alice. Day two until
Okay, okay.
it was day 300, 300 something when I got a call for Dana White contenders. and I made a post for him. And I sent him my UFC gloves signed and
Okay,
my
cool.
kit because I'm like, damn, this guy every single day for 1 year and 1 year and a bit, he posted on my TikToks because I was posting every day. The guy every single day, and I sent him a nice gift. I love my fans.
Yeah.
I tend to send gifts, and I appreciate people that support me, people that help me. I'm always generous. That's yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's some commitment, to do that every day. So definitely got to give back. That is definitely a cool thing you did, and I'm sure they were very appreciative too. So
Oh yeah, yeah. He loved it. He
good
loved it.
stuff, good stuff indeed. But well, that's very fun. It's very exciting. I mean, a lot of exciting things going on, Alice. So I don't want to keep you for the rest of the day here. I already took up to
No,
10 minutes.
you're good.
I apologize for
I
that. So
appreciate. No,
yeah.
no, no. It's okay. Honestly, I would have waited even an hour. I'm happy to, you know.
Yeah, just chit chat a little bit. So I will let you go, though. I appreciate you taking the time
Thank
so
you.
much. And congratulations again on an amazing victory. Again, history being made, submission of the year right now for me. And we'll probably still be up there at the end of the year. So a very cool thing to
Thank
have on your
you.
resume, especially as you like to strike instead. So it's kind of fun to do those things when that's not your specialty, right? So all very cool. And looking forward to what is next for you. Congrats on the winning streak as
Thank you.
well. Everything's looking good. And hope the eye heals up real fast and
Thank
soon. And
you.
you get to enjoy the time back home and all that. So just
Thank you so
appreciate you.
much.
Yeah,
I
of course.
appreciate your time. Thank you.